Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills is the most deserving of the MVP award this year. And I'm going to tell you why. Because remember at the beginning of the season, the Buffalo Bills were expected to be a rebuilding team. People were picking them to be second, third, maybe even fourth. I mean, they weren't expected to win the division. I, however, on the other hand, in my preview video said the Bills would still win their division handily, and they sure enough did. But for some reason, people out there just hate Josh Allen. For whatever reason, they think he sucks. He doesn't suck. He's the reason why the Bills are as good as they are. Because without Josh Allen, the Bills are not making the playoffs. Bills could be a top 10 pick. That's how much of a difference he makes on this team. Yes, he had over 3,700 yards passing, 28 passing touchdowns. He had under 10 interceptions, 6 total, I believe. Added a couple more rushing touchdowns as well. He had a really good year. Now, sure, Lamar Jackson had over 4,000 yards. He was great on the ground, had less interceptions, better completion percentage, but his team didn't make it as far. I know the MVP is a regular season award, but when it all comes down to brass tacks, Josh Allen beat the Baltimore Ravens in the most important spot in the divisional round in Buffalo. Now, no, all you Baltimore fans are going to say, "Oh yeah, well, if Mark Andrews would have caught that ball," it's like, well, you know what? Baltimore would have won if Lamar Jackson hadn't fumbled that ball away, hadn't thrown a couple really bad interceptions. But nobody hears about that. They just say, "Oh, Mark Andrews, scapegoat, terrible. He's the main reason we lost." Like, your defense will give up a lot of points to Josh Allen and the Bills. The Bills were the better team this year, and they beat Lamar Jackson when it mattered most. And Josh Allen proved that he was the MVP this year. Now, again, more people are out there saying, like, "Oh, Saquon Barkley, he had over 2,000 rushing yards." Like, who cares? The running back is not the most important part of the team. Look what the Eagles were able to do a couple years ago with Miles Sanders as their running back. They made it to the Super Bowl. Yes, sure, there are better offense overall with Saquon Barkley, but still, the quarterback is the most valuable position in the league. If you don't have a good quarterback, you're not going to succeed. The Bills have that, and Josh Allen is the reason why the Bills will someday go to the Super Bowl. It may not be next year, but eventually, sometime in his career, Josh Allen will see the lights of the Super Bowl, and he'll be playing in that game. It's going to happen. But for all intents and purposes, Josh Allen was the MVP. It was not Lamar. It may have been voter fatigue, but Josh Allen just had the better season and the bigger impact. Have a great